Hey chosen ones, my name is Anita. Welcome to my channel, Chosen Excellence. I'm so happy to have you here. Welcome to all my new subscribers. And if you like motivational, encouraging, God-fearing, narcissistic fighting videos, then please just subscribe to my channel and join me on this wonderful journey of life. Now chosen ones, if you know anything about me, if you've seen my past videos, you realize that I've had a lot of narcissists in my life. And today when I was driving home from work, I started having these flashbacks, and I keep telling you that once you've had a narcissistic relationship, I was married to a narcissist, you will have flashbacks. And those flashbacks are your emotions bubbling up. For me, I like to feel those emotions, I like to process them, work through them and let them go. So one of the things that came up today was the fact that my narcissistic ex didn't appreciate me. A lot of the time, narcissists gain a lot from having you in their lives, because people will look at them and think, wow, he was able to get with that person, or you know, he's married to that person, oh, then he must be something special, when in fact they've deceived you to get with you. And half of the time you have actually just taken so many steps down in terms of a quality person, a quality relationship, somebody who is actually deserving of you. Okay, so first and foremost, the narcissist didn't even deserve you. They should not even be with you. They are not even worthy to be with you. But at the end of the day, if you have been deceived like I was, and I got married to the narcissist, people will think, oh wow, then he must be something special. So what was bubbling up was the fact that the narcissist, my narc ex, did not appreciate me at all. I even thought to a certain extent he didn't even respect women, because the way he would speak about women, the way he would treat women, people when we went out, you could tell he had no regard or respect for women. And that really broke my heart, because if you don't respect women, how are you going to respect your wife? How are you even going to respect your mother properly? And then what about when you have girls as children? Are you now going to treat them like they're less worthy? So it was a big problem. It was a big problem. Oh, I remember an event that we were going to, and there was a professional photographer that would take pictures of people that were walking into the event doors. And on this specific occasion, my ex knew that there was obviously a professional photographer, because I had arrived late, so he had come out to get me. He was walking at least 5-10 steps ahead of me, right? Which was weird anyway. And he looked so angry. Now, before we started walking towards a professional photographer, we were having a nice conversation and everything was fine. All of a sudden, because he knew somebody was taking a picture, he wanted to see high and mighty. So of course he would walk in front of you, and then he would look like he wasn't even happy to be with you. Now, I knew I was looking amazing that day. I was looking so good. And so anyway, when the pictures came out, what did he do? He posted those pictures on social media, and everyone was like, why? Why do you look so angry in this picture? Your wife looks beautiful. What's the issue? And it was just so annoying for me, because I felt like I had made so much effort to look nice. That was the first thing. And there was no reason for that behavior. But again, narcissists always want to portray something, like they have something over you, like they are extra special. So that picture came into my mind, and I'm going to release it now, because I know that it was all calculated. It was all for a reason. It's all for a facade. Don't forget that narcissists really care about what the outside think of them. They think about how their made up personality and behavior is portrayed, which is quite funny, isn't it? It's all fake, but yet you care about what fake image you're giving to others. So I've kind of released that. You see, narcissists somehow weirdly think they're the prize. But it doesn't make sense, because when we chosen ones go into their lives or come into their lives, we upgrade them on so many levels. So the evidence and facts are there, but their twisted, weird way of thinking is also there. As a chosen one in a narcissist's life, you would have not only blessed them, you would have covered them with your, I don't know, with the grace that God gives you, with the, what is that word? Favor that God gives you. You would have covered them with so many blessings, because that's what we come with. We come with the good, positive energy that God bestows upon us. We come with the good attitude, the kind, the pure hearts. And so we cover them a lot of the time. Financially, emotionally, mentally, all the tillies you can think of. And sadly, what they do is they use what you give them as a crutch. And for me, it actually hurts so much because I feel like I gave to somebody that just did not deserve it at all. It's almost like you are giving to someone who is taking and releasing. So it's actually going in and out. They are not even encapsulating all the goodness that you give them because they are empty, and because it is bottomless. You can never satisfy a narcissist ever. So what happens is when you're pouring into them, you're just pouring and pouring and draining. So you can picture a jug which is reducing and reducing and reducing, because don't forget, you're not even getting a chance to fill up your jug. Your jug is being reduced because you're pouring into them, and their jug is just being, there's a hole, a bottomless hole in their jug. So everything that you're pouring into them is coming out the bottom. So you're wasting everything that you're giving. Having said that, you have to see it as a part of life. You have to see it as something you experience and you gain from significantly. I know what narcissists are like from afar. I can spot them from a distance. And when I see them, I either run or I avoid, because I am not getting involved in any narcissistic relationships again. And even if I know that the person is a narcissist, I know how to deal with them. I know how to grey rock. I know how to keep my distance. I know how to keep my things to myself and my thoughts to myself. You know, all of those kind of things. My personal life to myself. You stay away from them. I was listening to a video today, it was quite amazing, by Cat Williams, and he said that toxic people, and I'm going to also stroke narcissistic people, right? Toxic people are toxic for a reason. They're toxic because whatever toxicity they're doing or giving is actually resulting in them gaining something. So they're being toxic because they're getting something out of it. Now, for you as a chosen one, as an individual, when you realize what they're gaining by being toxic, what do? You cut it off. You shut it off. You end the game. Once you stop giving them what they have been receiving, you'll be surprised that they'll disappear. A lot of toxic people, a lot of energy drainers, a lot of negative people come to you because they're receiving something. But as soon as you cut it off, they leave. And then you realize the actual good people in your life, the people that are not there to just gain. And I'm sure if you were to cut off a lot of supply that all these other people are getting, you would have very few friends, very few people around you. And that's okay, because you have the number one of them all, our Father in heaven. You've got Jesus with you, and also the Holy Spirit, who is there to guide you, and who is there to minister to you and, you know, tell you things that only can come from the spiritual realm, chosen ones. So don't worry about losing people who are actually not adding to your life but taken away, because when you get rid of them, you have more resources for yourself. Another way I look at it is that you gave more than they even were worth, more than their value, right? And for me, the narcissist has no actual value in my eyes, okay? Maybe to God they do, but because of all the bad things that they do, I don't think that they have the blessings and the favor and the covering, okay? But anyhow, you gave to the narcissist more than they actually deserved. But guess what? You are no longer with the narcissist. I pray that you're not anyway. And if you are, you need to think about your steps forward, how you're going to move forward. For me, I'm no longer with my narcissistic ex, and it's just the most peaceful thing in the world. I tell you, the day that he left was the day that I slept so well. And for so long, I kept on saying, thank you, God. I am free. He is no longer in my life. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. And I continue to say it up till today. And so you no longer have to pour into their cup. It's a choice. You can now block them, get them out of your life, get rid of them, because they are not worthy of being in your life, okay? They no longer have your blessings and your covering and your favor. Expose them to what they deserve, because they will get what they deserve. Narcissists always will get what they deserve, but you don't see it because at the end of the day, you're not around them and they're lying. There's the whole facade thing, they're covering things up. So don't worry about whether or not they're going to get what they deserve. They will, and they do. Also remember that even after the narcissistic abuse, where they've drained all your resources, your finances, your health, your emotions, and all of those kind of things, chosen ones, because you are chosen, you can gain all of those back. I always use this analogy. It's like a person who becomes a millionaire through hard work. They were not born into a wealthy family, a family filled with millionaires. No, they made those millions by themselves. And say they lose that money. If you've been able to do it before, you can do it again. Someone who has been a millionaire once, out of respect for authentic and genuine ways of working, can gain that again. Okay? And likewise with you, you may have been with a narcissist and they may have depleted you of everything that you had, but at the same time, you can and you will gain it all back again. And even more, because now you're at a different level. You see, sometimes when you go through difficulties and, challenges, it stretches you and you're able to grow. And so through that experience, you have grown. You are able to handle more difficulty and challenges than you could have done before. And also you are wiser, you are smarter, you have more knowledge on these kind of people. So all in all, you are better off than you were before you met the narcissist. I would say, just ending this video, that being with a narcissist, and this was after getting married, because when you're dating them, you think they're the best thing that has ever been put into your life, the best thing that has ever come into your life. You think that God has made the perfect person for you. You think that you will lose them if you don't hold on to them. But what you don't realize is it's all a lie. It's all false. And I've done a video on the day that I realized my ex was a narcissist. You get shocked, your world comes crumbling down. There were so many instances where I had an indication that something is not right. Something is not right. I'm adding 1 and 1 and it's not equaling 2. I'm adding 1 and 1 and I'm getting like 9. Something is not right. But eventually it was revealed to me what was happening, who he was and what he had done and all of those kind of things. But it takes time. I knew when we were married that he was not for me. I knew that I shouldn't have been there. I knew that I had married the wrong person. I knew that I was trapped. I was embarrassed. I was worried. I was concerned. And one of the things was I was trying to hold everything together. But I knew that if he was to leave or we were to break up, that actually I would have lost nothing. And he would have been the one that had the biggest loss. I knew my value. I knew that if he was to go somewhere else, he wouldn't get everything that he was getting from me. And it's such a shame because I wasted quite a few years with him. But having said that, I've gained so much more. I've got 3 beautiful children. I've got more wisdom than I could imagine. And I just pray for more wisdom every day so I can share with you guys. And I've got peace. You cannot buy peace. You cannot make peace. You can only hold peace. And so I've got peace. And that means more to me than anything else. Chosen ones, we are no longer holding on to people that don't want to be held. We are no longer allowing people into our lives that don't deserve to be there. We're no longer overgiving or people pleasing. We are no longer giving more of ourselves than we even have to give. Right now we're pouring back into our cups. We're connecting with God. We are praying more. We are seeking God's face more, and we're seeking God's direction more because we have a purpose. We're here to do our purpose. Our God-given talents will help us to do our purpose. And so that's why we're here, and that's what we need to be focusing on. So I may have diverted on my journey, but I'm back on track now. And I thank God every day for allowing me to just continue on, because it was bad. If you've been in a narcissistic relationship, you realize that it's really bad, especially a narcissistic marriage, okay, with children and all of those kind of things. And so ultimately my video was to say that the narcissist didn't appreciate you, he didn't value you, and now you realize that he wasn't even worth your time, your energy, or your breath. You value yourself, you appreciate yourself, you love yourself, and you know that even though you experience that, you're better off now, you're stronger, and you have everything you need to continue to become great and to do God's will for your life and to just keep moving forward. So chosen ones, I love you. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much for supporting me on this amazing journey. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I am releasing this now. I'm releasing that image of him walking 10 steps ahead of me and looking so angry, and me just being so happy to be there, you know. So chosen ones, I'm actually feeling quite emotional now because I've just released so much, and I'm letting go of that image of him walking 10 steps ahead of me and me being happy to be there, not realizing his facial expressions in front of me. I'm releasing all that I poured into him, and it's cut off now, so he will never get my well of flowing blessings and all those kind of things. And I'm moving on, and I'm totally releasing all of that I feel like I've lost, because I haven't lost it. I'm releasing it. I can't get it back. I don't need it. I don't want it. So thank you for joining my video. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. If you did, God bless you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.